Hello everyone, and in today's video we'll be looking at a scenario where the Mughal Empire returns in 2025. But before this video starts, I'm going to say this is the last video you see for a week, so I'll try and make it to the best of my ability. But yeah, and also I know these borders aren't perfect. I tried. I'm not good at drawing borders, like with the Lime Team video. Those borders weren't perfect, so you'll have to do this. But remember to like and subscribe. And let's look at this scenario now. The Mongol Empire here pretty much is India. I mean, it takes up a majority of India, apart from like the south here and this little area over here. The first thing the Mongols will be doing is taking out the rest of Bangladesh, as they also destroyed. Nepal got it got Nepal lost half of its land, and I don't know how they're doing. But they will also take out all of India, and I don't even need to show the war. It'd be very fast. The Mongols would easily win because, first of all, they're really strong, and second of all, India is really weak. So these are what the new borders are looking like. Now we can look at this scenario. First of all, the Mongols will be declaring war on Nepal and Bhutan, as well as Sri Lanka. So yeah, Mongols versus three countries. So first of all, troops stationed in the south of India will start to move into Sri Lanka, as they're a very weak country and they're really just nothing. Sri Lanka e- easily to easily taken out. Now the attention will be focused on both Bhutan and Nepal, which are very mountainous countries, and realistically this will take a long time to invade because of how mountainous these countries are. But to speed up the video, they're invaded and both countries are wiped out. We can look at this peace treaty, which I bet you can imagine what it'd be. And, and yeah, this isn't very surprising at all. The Mongols take control of all of those countries and they gained a bit of strength. But now the Mongols have kind of a hard decision. They're surrounded by strong countries. I mean, they're surrounded by their border, Pakistan, and Pakistan lost a ton of land. I mean, first they lost all of their Kashmir claims, and then Islamabad. Then, like, all of this, Pakistan lost a lot. China, they lost a lot of land too. They lost about all this, but the thing is, no one's even in that land. And Pakistan is still strong. I mean, there is some like independence things here. Country declared independence but isn't recognised by anyone. So China and Pakistan are a no. That just leaves Burma or Myanmar. I don't know how to say it. So guess what will happen? Now Burma is, I don't know nothing about them apart from two things. One, unstable. Two, protected by China. But since China doesn't want war with the Mongols, they will just give Burma or Myanmar aid. And this aid isn't going to be useless. The Burmese or Myanmar, I don't know how to say Myanmar, so I'm just going to say Burma. Burma won't be able to hold out and push back in some scenarios. Not a lot of scenarios, but some. They're able to push back over here, but it's not enough, as these little Mongol Empire, got its name, has, I mean, first of all of India, and then they have all of Bangladesh's population. So it's safe to say this is one of the strongest countries in the world, and Burma will fall. And you can look at this peace treaty. And in this treaty, Burma does still exist. They left to this little tail area, and after economic suffering and military suffering and everything suffering, they will just unite with Thailand to form actually some nice borders for Thailand. But the Mongols aren't very happy with this. They wanted them to kind of be like puppet state, but they forgot to ask for that in the peace treaty. So yeah, so Thailand and the Mongols immediately have bad relations. But moving away from, I guess, mainland Asia, we're going to go to the Middle East, as a little country called Oman will suddenly find Mongol troops in their waters one morning. So yeah, a little something like this happens, and also we see a amphibious landing by the Mongols in Oman, who want to take control of the country. So if they did, they could pretty much control trade and control access in the Persian Gulf, and Oman is the weakest country they could do. They could invade, so yeah. Anyways, the invasion will go smoothly until Oman isn't going to just play around. They will push back the Mongols, as the Mongols aren't sending their entire army, as they have to go across a pretty big sea. So Oman will see uh, victories, and they push the Mongols back to old way of this. But eventually another landing is made, and Oman is starting to fall. This whole area here goes to Mongol occupation, and after these two landings link up, Oman pretty much just falls, and they eventually surrender. And in this peace treaty, we see full annexation by the Mongols. Now, the Mongols are really strong. I mean, they have all of India, a lot of Pakistan, all of Bangladesh, pretty much all of Burma and Oman, so they can now control trade into the Persian Gulf. But a lot of countries aren't going to like this, as the Mongols are taxing them, and a lot of countries just don't like the Mongols because how mean and aggressive they're being. So a new league will form of countries that do not like the Mongols. And countries joining this alliance will be Iran, UAE, Pakistan, Thailand, and Ethiopia, as their trade, like the Mongols putting sanctions on them for some reason. Yeah, and these countries all agree to work together to stop the Mongols. And a lot of these countries like Pakistan, Iran and UAE are doing this alliance because Mongols have control of the Persian Gulf, so they're making more money by taxing ships. Same with Somalia, they're putting sanctions on them, and they want to stop those sanctions because it's really harming their economy. And Ethiopia and Somalia is already very unstable. That's for Thailand. Well, relations with the Mongols aren't the best. But the Mongols aren't just going to play around. They will make their own alliance. So they try counter this alliance. But they're only going to get one country to join, as pretty much no one likes them. That country is Ethiopia. And Ethiopia only joins this alliance as they don't like Somalia. Well, having Ethiopia on your team is better than having no one on your team. Anyways, the blue team is going to attack a Mongol navy base in Oman, right here. A ship was going out to tax, just taxing ships right here. Makes its way all the way to here and starts taxing ships. But a man, a captain, sees this, doesn't like it, blows it up. War declared. So let's look at this war. And yeah, might think the blue team might win. And to be honest, they have the numbers, but yeah, let's see what happens. Immediately, we see troops from the UAE with some Iranian help move into Oman. And the Mongols weren't really expecting this at all, so they were trying to be peaceful, but no, one captain decided to not be peaceful, so war declared upon. Anyways, Mongol Oman is getting destroyed, as pretty much there's only ships here to tax other ships. Speaking of ships, I'm going to do naval battles. And these are the navies now. I fully did colour some international waters. You might be wondering why Somalia has no navy, and that's simple. they're immediately steamrolled by Ethiopia. And now the Mongols can start sending their navy down here so they can load Ethiopian troops up and, start sending them to the main front. And yeah, to the navies, immediately the Mongols will push back the Thai navy, as they're really nothing compared to the navy of the Mughal Empire. And we even seen a little invasion up here, splitting the country in two. Why is that happening? And eventually the siege of Bangkok will occur, but it's stalemated for now. But all this land up here will surrender over to the Mongols, because, yeah. Over in here, Oman is now blue team, don't call. Oman is now blue team. And Pakistan's been waiting for this moment, like, forever. They've just been building up their navy. And after their navy is built up, they will start sending troops into Kashmir, which is a bloodbath. Many troops on both sides die in this battle. So Pakistan will now aim for Islamabad, in which they retake their sitting, and they will start moving troops down from here, encircling a lot of Mongol troops. Which they all die. And with this, the navy of the blue team can start moving into this part. And yeah, the Mongols aren't really looking good. But over in Thailand, good news, the country just surrenders. Yeah, Thailand's really nothing, and they take their naval land thing. And yeah, but we see the blue team's navy just kick back the red team's navy now. It's really just the Mongol navy, as Ethiopia don't have a navy because they're landlocked, of course. But we see the Mongol navy get pushed back heavily in this, as they lose access to Oman. And yeah, these countries can't get to Ethiopia, as they're starting to build up a navy, which is actually fairly strong. But they are able to push back the Mongol navy to an extent, until the Mongols' navy will also start to push back, and will start a ground invasion, as they're back at ground invasions. So with a new front to worry about on land for the blue team, they will kind of slam all their troops into the navy. They're trying to make an amphibious landing on the Mongols, and this is the bloodiest naval battle ever. A lot of troops end up dying for both the blue and red teams. And the blue team gets really close to the coast of the Mughal Empire. So the Mongols kind of encircle these couple of ships here. And yeah, these ships, they're going to, if I can make them, they're going to follow orders in around the circle. And yeah, they're going to take over this little naval land here. It doesn't mean they're going to land on the Mughal Empire, they just take it. But eventually, it doesn't matter, all this is taken, all their ships are taken and are being used. And down here, Ethiopia starts to push back these guys as navies. And the naval battle is now going in the hand of the red team, as they're able to do this. And yeah, they're getting really close to Oman. But the blue team knows that if the Mongols get Oman, it's pretty much game over. So they're defending Oman with everything they've got. But yeah, they're able to get the waters surrounding Oman, but they're not able to land on it. Not about the land army though. Well, they're very efficient, as they're able to split Pakistan in two. And with this happening, all of these troops will be pushed out, and Pakistan will be fully invaded. They don't surrender, but they are fully invaded. And Iran now cease fighting on its own soil. And with this, Iran will pull back its navy. And this was pretty much the only navy the blue team had. So with this happening, we see a landing on Oman. It brings the country back from the dead, if I can make it. please. Wrong colour. What? Iran is back. Good. Yeah. And UAE is completely captured. And yeah, it's Iran versus pretty much India and Ethiopia. And I mean, all of Iran's coast is taken, and Kachau to Iran is taken. They somehow get past the mountains. I don't know why. I mean, realistically, Iran would put up a better fight, but yeah, the Mongols are just the Mongols. They take over the rest of Iran, and now we can look at this peace treaty with all these nations. And in this treaty, what happens first with Ethiopia? They get all of oh, they get all of Somalia and leave the Mongols alliance, and the Mongols don't really care. I mean, they get all of Pakistan, all of the UAE, a lot of southeastern Iran, and all of Thailand. So yeah, they're probably in like top 3 for rankings in the world. Probably ahead of like Russia, but maybe at the same level of China. I don't know though. I mean, global fire rankings show Russia is stronger than China, but I'd say China's stronger. I mean, yeah, but the average Russian can probably take on like 100 Chinese people. I don't know. Anyways, enough of this nonsense, and that'll do it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this. I feel like the Mughal Empire, it's kind of left out of mapping videos, and it's kind of a shame as it's one of the greatest empires in history. Now, say this about Carthage, or it's also left out of mapping videos, but I feel like the Mongol Empire should be in more mapping videos, just like the Carthaginian Empire, but I really can't do it, and I can't be bothered. So, yeah, that'll do it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and bye everyone. And I hope you have a nice day, and remember to like and subscribe.